And now, back to Jimmy Allen. It is the day of the qualifying test for the transcontinental air race. At the Newark Airport, eastern terminus of many airlines, is a scene of feverish activity. A line of low, slim racing planes stretches along one side of the field, powerful entries in the Vanderpool Dash, waiting only for the starting flag to send them hurtling westward toward the Pacific. Grimy, grease-marked mechanics swarm over the ships, making last-minute adjustments to plane and engine. Clear-eyed, bronzed pilots cluster near the aerial steeds, directing the work and occasionally pausing long enough to wave a greeting to one of their rivals. But now let's hurry along the line to this beautiful black and gold ship. Yes, that's the one. It has Monsoon painted on the side. And right by the cockpit, we see a name in gold letters, the name of Jimmy Allen, pilot. And look, there's Jimmy Allen himself. He's saying something to his mechanic.
Oh, gee, Rags. Isn't it a great sight, though, all these racing ships and everything?
Yeah, I guess it is, kid. Believe me, a race like this brings them all out.
It sure does. But I'll tell you one thing, Rags. There isn't a ship on this field that looks any better than our Monsoon. Oh, boy, what a ship.
Well, these babies is a lot of work. You never know when something's going wrong.
Forget it. You can't make me feel gloomy on a day like this.
Say, you met Wings Wagner yet? That's his ship, the third one down the line.
No, I haven't.
It's a swell-looking job he's got this year.
You know, Speed Robertson should be in here by this time. I wonder what's keeping him. That pilot's meeting will be coming up pretty soon, and...
There's a ship coming in now.
Oh, yeah, I see it. It's a transport. Let's see, must be coming in from the west.
There ain't much time left. He better be getting here.
Oh, gee, I hope Speed hasn't had any trouble.
If he don't show up, that's all the better for you. And I know Wings wouldn't cry about it either.
I don't figure it that way, Rags. There's no fun in racing if you don't have competition.
Yeah. And what about that 10 grand you get if you win this race?
10 grand? Well, it's a lot of money, sure, but, well, I just can't explain exactly why.
You're Allen, aren't you? Pilot of this job, number 14?
Yes, sir, I'm the pilot.
Okay, the pilot's meeting will start in 5 minutes at the administration building.
Right, I'll be there. Gee, I wish Speed'd get here.
Don't be worrying about him. He can take care of himself.
Oh, I hope he pulls in here pretty soon. I don't know what's been happening to that fella. He's got a fly... Uh-oh, there's a ship coming now. Hey, Rags, it looks like Speed's Bluebird. I'm sure it is. Yeah, that's Speed.
So that's his new Bluebird, huh?
Hey, that baby sure looks awful fast in the air.
He seems to get Speed out of him some way or other.
He isn't losing any time landing either. Looks like he's coming in right now. I'm going to wave him over this way. He can put her in right next to us.
Ain't much room in there.
Well, he can make it all right. Here he comes. Hi, Speed. Over here, this way. This way, Speed. Oh, gosh, Speed, I'm glad to see you. Hello there, Flash.
Hello, Jimmy. I'll be right with you. Here, what's the ship, Flash?
I began to get worried about you, fella.
Yeah, I stopped at Cleveland to make an adjustment on the carburetor. I didn't like the way it was acting.
Hey, we better get down to the pilot's meeting. It starts in a couple of minutes.
Okay, Jim. Say, that's a nice-looking airplane the Monsoon crowd gave you. Thing looks fast. Plenty of power there, too. How's she flying?
Oh, just great, Speed. The most wonderful airplane I ever sat in. Oh, yeah, this is my mechanic, Rags Johnson.
Hello there, Rags. You're working for Monsoon now, huh?
How are you, Speed? Ain't seen you for a long time. Yeah, they got me to handle this job for the race. I guess they didn't want to trust it to any of their own men.
Yeah? Well, you better keep it running right for Jimmy. I'm going to give him a battle for that Vanderpool Cup.
Oh, look here, we've got this race in the bag, Speed. But come on, we can't take time out to talk a lot. We got to get down to that meeting.
Yeah, come along. We just about make it.
Right. Oh, gee, Speed, I'm sure glad to be here. You don't know what it means to me.
Yeah, we ought to have a lot of fun on this race. Hey, what ship is that? The red one there.
Oh, that's the Mercury mystery ship, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Ah, there's Wings Wagner. Hello, Wings.
Hello, Speed. How are you?
All right, thanks. Hey, meet Jimmy Allen. He's flying this new Monsoon job.
Glad to know you, Mr. Wagner.
How are you, Alan?
So this is your Mercury mystery ship, huh, Wings?
Yeah, it's the best crate I ever stepped into. I kind of got an idea, Speed. She's going to make that Bluebird of yours look like an old hen scratching around in the backyard.
Maybe so, Wings. We'll see. We're going down to the meeting. Will you join us?
I'll be along in a minute.
Hey, better hurry up. We're late now.
Hey, Rags, come over here.
What do you have, Wings? Ain't you going to the meeting?
Yeah, right away. Young Allen, Speed Robertson just started down.
Yeah, I know.
That's a laugh, that young punk flying the monsoon job. I suppose he thinks he's a red-hot racing pilot now.
Yeah, he don't know what it's all about.
No, but he'll learn.
That ain't a bad-looking job Robertson just brought in.
Listen here, Rags. If I was betting any dough on this race, I wouldn't put it on Robertson. You know, he might lose his luck this year.
You're telling me?
Quiet, please. Now, gentlemen, all entries have reported, and you all have been assigned your race numbers. As you all know, of course, the route is as follows. We'll stop at several cities en route to give the people a chance to look your planes over. As you all know, this is not a non-stop flight. The first stop is to Cleveland, Ohio, where a night stop is made. Then Chicago, another night stop. From there you go to St. Louis for a noon stop, and then to Kansas City for overnight. From Kansas City, you jump to Tulsa, Oklahoma, then to Fort Worth, Texas, another overnight point. From Fort Worth to El Paso forenoon, and on to Tucson, Arizona for the noon stop, and then the last dash into Los Angeles. Is that clear?
Sure, we got it. All right. We got it.
All right, now. It's very important to remember that you're due on the starting line at a designated time. And if you're not ready to take off, time is counted against you anyway.
What kind of a start do we use?
The racehorse start will be used at all control points. At the drop of the starter's flag, you'll all take off. Your time is counted between control points only. That is, from the second the starter drops his flag until you cross the finish line at the next point. You are all carrying mechanics and may work on your ships at any of the control points. But if you're not ready for the starter signal, that's your tough luck.
You're telling us.
And now the prize. It's hardly necessary to tell you is the Vanderpool Trophy and $10,000 in cash. I see Speed Robertson down there, the present holder of the Cup and the Transcontinental record.
Hello there, Speed.
Speed, you won the race last year. Why not say a few words to the boys?
Yeah, Speed! Well, there isn't much to say, Mr. Warner, except that, well, I'm glad to be here. There's some mighty fast stuff on the field, and, well, I feel sure that a new record will be established.
You know, boys, Speed has won this race twice, and if he does it again this year, he takes permanent possession of the Cup.
Oh, we'll take him this year.
Now, fellows, the qualifying test will start at once. Each pilot is to make a run over the 1-kilometer course marked out on the field and must show a speed of 600 miles an hour or better to enter the race. You've been assigned your positions for this trial in order of the receipt of your entry. The list is posted on the board. Let's see. I believe the monsoon entry is first. Is the pilot of the monsoon here?
Yes, sir, and I'm all ready to go.
That's the stuff. We want to get these trials off in a hurry. Now, before we break up, are there any questions?
Yes, what about parachutes? Do we have to wear them?
Absolutely. Parachutes must be worn by all pilots and mechanics.
Well, the cockpit of my ship's so small I can hardly get in it with a chute.
Use a shoehorn, Pinky.
I can't help that, Pinky. Chutes must be worn.
What about these night hops?
We have 2 night flights scheduled. They are on a regular airway, so you can take advantage of the beacons and the radio beams. Are there any other questions? Okay, good luck to you all, and get out to your ships. We'll start the trials at once. The monsoon ship with Allen pilot getting on the starting line immediately.
Okay, let's get on down the line.
Here, hold my chute, Speed. I don't think I'll have any trouble making the qualifying run. The engine was working swell this morning.
All right, kid, this'll be easy for you. Into that cockpit now.
Right, here I go. There, I am all set. Thanks, Speed.
Jim, I wouldn't fly her wide open unless you have to. There's no use in showing all your cards right at the start.
You mean hold her down at just over 600 miles an hour?
That's the idea. All you have to do is qualify now. Save your top speed until you need it. I have a hunch that some of these boys will need every ounce of power to show 600.
Well, this monsoon will do plenty over 600. So I'll fly her at about 3/4 throttle.
That's the idea. And let the boys think it's your top speed if they want to. You'll need it later on. Never force that engine unless you have to.
Better crank her up, Jimmy. They're waving at you to get down on that starting line.
Okay, Rags, I'm all set. Everything clear?
All clear. Good luck, Jim.
I'll warm her up a few seconds.
Now, don't let him hurry you. Take your time. Remember, this engine's new.
She don't need warming up. We had her running a while ago just before you landed.
Yeah? Well, it pays to be careful with a new engine. You got a long way to go with this ship, and you may have to run wide open all the way, too.
The oil's plenty warm, Speed. I'll run her up on the blocks to check her before I taxi down the field.
Yeah, go ahead if she's warm enough.
Gosh, Speed, something's wrong. She only turns up 1450, and I had her wide open.
Yeah, she didn't sound right to me either. Now, that's funny. Run her up again while I have a look.
You see, the best she'll do is 1450. Gosh, I don't know what...
Something's wrong here.
Well, she's been doing 1800 on the block.
All right, what about this, Rags?
You've had plenty of time to get ready.
What about this, Rags?
That engine ain't been touched since Jimmy tested it this morning.
Oh, gee, she'll never do 600 this way.
We can't help that, Alan. You'll have to get on the starting line immediately or be disqualified. What's happened to Jimmy's engine? Will this prevent his entering the great race? Listen to the next episode in The Air Adventures of Jimmy Allen.